Hey, it's Joe and John Glines from the Automator, and today we're going to walk through what we automated this week with AutoHotKey. So let me use Prompt Assistant here to kick off our recently modified files. So this, John, actually launches like 5 or 6 different things. So it's going to launch them, and as you know, because you're the one that came up with the idea of like, hey, why doesn't it automatically update the stuff on the screen? So our toolbar above our head here is automatically letting people know what tools we're actually using, which this means less editing for us to do later, which is really helpful. So we're going to go into here. I'll move this down a little so we can see it. Let me move our webcam reminder. So this just helps me, John, remember that this is our webcam is here. See how up here? Like, people can't... now they don't see the yellow box, but we do, right? But this reminds me, if I'm trying to point something here and something's here, I'm like, they can't see it. So it's a cool little thing. So those emails, so like I said, we sent out more email alerts. I didn't move that over to using HTML file yet, but this just automates emails when we have a spreadsheet, and it sends it. Does, you know what a mail merge is?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, so I created a quick spreadsheet here, and this has headers, right, with a coupon code, which would be something for each person, their first name, last name, which we don't use last name, but I'm going to leave it there, and their email address, right? Mm-hmm. In the script, actually, let me... all right, so in our script, we are sending it out, and there's just a lot of stuff here I'm not going to go into. Let's change the subject line to... Actually, let's see. I think we can use the... Oh, no, we can't use it there. So I'll just say example. So that's our subject, right? And then here we're looking... This row looks at the spreadsheet, and it looks for these fields in the spreadsheet. Oops, that's not the spreadsheet. And it basically identifies the columns where they are. So I could move these around, and it wouldn't hurt anything. So let me cut. No, well, whatever. And paste. I'll delete that. So even though I moved them around, right, because it looks for this and identifies it, it means I can not have to worry so much about that. And then it loops over them. So I'm going to run this now. Oh, please start Outlook. Yeah. All right, let me start Outlook. I'll probably get a bunch of emails. Yay. And what's cool is I can hear if I'm gonna select the row I'm on. Right. I don't have to do this. Oh, look, I misspelled my last name. I'm gonna hit my hotkey. Oh. So there's no first. Yeah. First underscore name. So. Actually, so it's saying there's first space name, right? So that's what it's looking for. And I'll hit my hotkey again. Oh. Count buttons. Yeah, I got rid of the... Yeah, there's no buttons. Go back to here. In the spreadsheet, I was looking for buttons. This is what I was looking for, right? So I'm going to remove that, because in this example we don't have that. And see how it has first space name? That's why it couldn't find it, right? Now here, what I should have done here and here, so these are the same. So that's okay. So I'll relaunch it. Hit the hotkey. Oh. Might as well fix this. What? I thought Oh. I didn't comment that out. There we go. So now it wrote this email for me. Hi, Joe. Right? I hope you're doing well. Your coupon code is, see how it says dad? And blah, 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 right? And actually here, notice here in the URL, how it has discount equals dad. Mm-hmm. So that's a mail merge is where I'm taking pieces of this spreadsheet. Well, I'm going to do the next one. This will make it even more obvious. What? I'll do yours and Mom's. I'm going to say no. So see how it did Kathy's. Hi, Kathy. Hi, John. Hope you're doing well. And then this is the coupon code for Mom, or right? So it's a mail merge, right? You're taking pieces, and it could be a lot of. There could be 20 columns here, right? But and notice also the 2 is sending it to the email address. Okay, for each person's email address. Make sense?
Yep.
So it makes it so much easier to send personalized emails to everybody. So and what's really cool is, like I said, I can pick one, and I can pick another, or I can pick all of them, whatever, and it keeps track of where I am and automatically. So it makes it really easy to use. Yeah. So that's what that was doing. Edit videos. Oh, that's just a place. That was one. Actually, I think I was not sure what that is. It's under my thing where I was doing some work. VLC player. Oh, so remember how in the quick raw edit and in another tool we couldn't play the videos last week? They wouldn't play them. So that's because the Windows Media Player doesn't have a certain codec. And so I said, well, what if we used a different one? So I asked AI if it could, if there's other ones. And so it created this where I could play with VLC. So I have VLC installed on my computer, but there's a COM object that allows us to programmatically connect to it. And I can play videos. I think I could just drag it in here. I don't remember how that worked, but I did test it, and I'm like, okay, so it is doable if we cared to update our tools to have. Let's see. Here's a tree falling. No, I guess I gave it a path. So I'll copy that. Oh, I didn't. Say edit. No, I think it. File. Choose file. Oh, is there a choose file? I didn't see it. Choose file. Sorry, I'm bad. Look familiar?
Yeah.
So anyway, so this could play the H.265 videos because it comes with VLC. So it was a very cool. We'd have to distribute VLC with our tools as well, but it was just cool that AI just wrote that for me and tested it. It came out great. Our AutoHotKey editor. This is I have a hotkey or a shortcut to it here. This is the current status of our editor we're working on. We added a toolbar. Oh, it looks like Irfan was changing the icons because those weren't the ones we had the other day. But now we can run stuff right from this. We're creating our own editor that'll do a lot. Well, it doesn't do everything. It's not like Cursor or VS Code, but it does the basics and a little more. So we've been working on that. Assign hotkey. So Irfan was working on. In our editor, let me pull it back up. You can go under options and change the hotkeys for different actions. So these are different things you can actually assign your own hotkey for. And let me see here. Oh, he hasn't done it yet. I told Irfan we should show what the hotkey is in here too, so you can see it, and not have to switch to it to look to see what it is. We haven't done that yet. We did include here, we can change the default editor, and so you can go and pick, if I want to make Cite My Editor, I could set it to selected, or I can make this tool and set to selected. So I can easily switch between them. This is one of our scripts from that we've created for, so we just included that, and we're including other stuff as well. And let's see here, preferences. Yeah, it's just this is all to do with our V2 script. Clone speak. You and I used this when we created our intro and outros to the Hero Club. AI prompt assistant. This is not done yet, but we're working on it to be able to send. Actually, I think I'd have to have it running. I'm not sure how that works because I know Isaias is updating it. But in Prompt Assistant, I can select something, and he's making it where I could submit a picture very quickly to AI, or I can submit a prompt. So we were working with that. Start a chat. I have no idea what that is. Here's our video sandwicher tool. So this is part of it, at least, that we updated the video sandwicher to work a little better. Zoom auto cropper. This, boy, actually, let me see here. Let me look at this. Yeah, in Zoom, when you're in another call with someone, you have two webcams, right? And you're side by side. And, often, which I was doing with Stephanie, was she was on one side and I'm on the other, and I have to go in and crop me out and just zoom in on her. And so I made this script to make it really easy to automatically go get that, so I don't have to manually go do that. Saves me a ton of time. And then the other thing it does is actually removes the audio from a video file in the blink of an eye, which is really cool. Irfan was creating a toolbar class. We looked at the one that Connie created during the Hero call, but he shared that on Git and with some other people, and we just wanted to have our own version. Plus, Isaias had a slightly different approach that he had mentioned, so we just used Isaias's approach. Media remover. It shouldn't be removed. Well, it's what it started off being. So I'll go ahead and run it here. So you can, let's say I'm going to look, I'll just put an S drive. I'm going to look for media files, which means either audio or video or both, longer than let's say 1 minute. Search for files. So it comes up with a list of files. It shows me the duration, how big they are, their extensions, and I can hit as well. It'll be pretty fast. It's across it. After I find them, I can open the folder. I can move, or I can just hit delete, and I can delete them. So what I realized was in Explorer, it wasn't easy to search by the length of a video, by how long it is, and so this allows me to look for longer or shorter than a given amount of time. Because I had some videos that were like 3 hours long, and I didn't want them, but I'm like, how do I find them? So this was AI built this tool for me, made it pretty easy to do that. This is a script that Isaias is working on. Here's Prompt Assistant. Yeah, that's the tool. We're adding more and more to it to do other stuff, but keeping it very simple to use. As I said, here's the other stuff to go with it. Push bullet. We were setting up push bullet on a client's phone for automating texting, and this is our tool. I haven't actually ran it, so here we go. And it can automate texting if you connect it through an Android phone. But their phone was through an account they couldn't log into, so we didn't get to actually finish that. Resource Finder. This is a cool tool. You can use it to find. I can search. Let's say stop. What? Oh, sorry. Here, stop. So I can filter by let's say red. All these things will have some sort of red to do with them, or maybe green. So you can see the colors change. People, speaker. So I don't know if any other tool that does this allows us to find icons. And then when you do, there's actually a bunch of other things you can do. You can say, oh, for our notify class, give me the code. So if I copy it, now this code is on my clipboard. And it's the code to use that icon, and I can just push it into my script. Which actually, that reminds me, this is another one I need to add to our list of the to our editor tool. That would be very, very handy to pack in with it, because changing your system tray icon should be much easier than it is. And this one here, if we say v2 tray set icon, so I think that's the one. Full icon, yeah, that's the one that'll give us the code for changing your system tray icon. So that does it, and that way you don't have a bunch of green H's in your system tray, which is really helpful. So I got to remember to mention that. Here's the VLC player. After I played with it on my own, I put it in our shared group. And this script, this is another one of yours, John. That it was your idea. It tracks the time and it creates files for us to edit, and so we can extract stuff from our calls. I can tag them during a call, so I'm going to run it. And it tells me right now if I hit F9 to start or stop, or it doesn't tell you that, but I could long press it. So let's say, oh, someone mentioned something interesting. I can hit F9 and I can give it a topic and say, okay. Now if I ended this with a number, it would subtract that as minutes from the time. But it recorded the time that I first did this. And then let's say we went on for 10 or 15 minutes. When the topic ends, I can hit it again, and it closes out the time. Meanwhile, on the D drive, we hard-coded that because that's where we save all of our files. And let me exit out of that script too, because I added something else. So I'm going to exit. And now, in here, if I refresh at least, so here's this Sunday script. And notice, I'll just slide it over here. This you can adjust your preview handlers. We have a script for that. It's great. Let me preview handlers. I'll put it above me too. That's a really cool script. So this now is a script. So if I wanted to go extract that, if there was an actual video file, this video file existed. It does not, but we hard-coded that. So it was from 7 seconds for up to 32 seconds. And it would create, this is the name of the file that we created. And then when I run this, now it has a message box up and says done when it's done, because it takes a couple seconds to go extract those files. So now it was writing this with a text file. It had a lot of extra stuff. Now it's really just what we need. It's just an AutoHotKey file that goes and grabs it. And maybe what I should do is when I run this, I go look at the video, because I could easily change this a little bit to shorten it or lengthen it. And maybe that's a better way to get a closer time. But yeah, so yeah, we've been. Isaiah still has been having power issues and stuff, so he didn't have a lot of work during the week, and Irfan was working solely on that editor, which I think next week we'll have it available. We'll have a download. It'll probably be part of the, at least to start off, it'll be part of the All Access Pass, and then because we're going to be packing in tools with it, we might change it to have different bundles or something that you can buy and get it with some of those bundled tools. So hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye. Say bye, John.
Bye.